Welcome to 1,000 Mile Coffee. You're riding with Jason
and David.
We got Mr. Wright back with us again for the third time for part 3. So we're going to pick up where we left off at. So you learn how to do little things to save you money on the road.
Yeah.
I think that's where we left off at.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we were talking about backing up into dealerships and going over here to Joe Bob's Repair and Bake Shop.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that's one thing, I do now as a company guy is, if it's something I can fix, but not, mine is like Band-Aid it so I can get somewhere so I don't have to call a tow truck.
Yeah.
But to where yours is more of a, let's see if I can permanently fix this without costing me a lot of money.
Because, and then to, like I said, when, with me, if my truck goes down, if I do have to, end up going into a shop or whatever, I got to find out, well, hey, for one, what's going on with my truck?
Right.
First thing. 2, well, if they can do anything for me to help my truck.
And then
if they're willing to do it, and if they find out what's going on with it, if they're willing to tackle the job, how much it's going to cost me and how long it's going to take them to do it.
Right.
Because then, like I said, me, that's coming out of my pocket.
Well, I was about to say, it's not just the fact of, all right, you take it to this dealership or this mechanic to get it fixed. And all right, we got to order the parts. It's going to take a day to get the parts. It's going to take a day to fix it. That's 2 days worth of lost revenue.
Right.
And whatever it's going to cost to fix it. And then you still got to make that truck payment.
Exactly. I don't have any breakdown pay or anything like that, So now,
to where as a company guy, if we break down and we're sitting for 2 or 3 days, most of your companies, you might not get nothing but, $30 or $40 a day, but it's still something.
Yeah. And that right there, hey, this is one of the downfalls to it, and I can tell you right now, I've actually had to, this morning, we had to make that phone call home. I know my wife can tell you, I've actually had I had an issue with a shop. I had got my truck fixed, and there was 2 parts that they charged me for that they say they replaced. Well, my truck messed around and went down on me. I was on my way to Valdosta, Georgia. I was on 26 in South Carolina. Check engine light pops on. Check engine light pops on, and it felt like I kind of lost power a little bit, which I wasn't even 10,000 pounds in my trailer. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? So I started looking, and by the time I got the truck stopped, the check light went out, but my mill light was on. The malfunction light was still on.
Right.
So, of course, with the Freightliners, when I think about all of them, that check light's not on. You're not going to get no code out of them. It's just a malfunction light. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on. I cut the truck off, crank it back up. All right, mill light on, go ahead and roll with her. Maybe do it again. Maybe she just had a hiccup. I take off again, it does it again. Does it again. When I got close to 95, I had a chance, I pulled it off. I looked on my dash, that something gun said 5 active faults right off the rip. 5. I said, darn, you could at least gave me just like 2. No, that something gun gave me 5 right off the rip. Man, and this was my 13 Freightliner, the white one.
The white one.
The white one I had. So I was like, oh Lord. I said, come on, baby. I said, the company I was leased on to at a time where I was delivering to, they had a yard down there. I was like, baby, just get me down here where we can drop this load. We're right down the street from the yard. Just get me to the yard. Just don't, whatever you're going to do, just do not let me down on this road. Please don't let me down. Well, she heard me. She daggone sure heard me, because I'm going to tell you, I got down there that night, because every time that check light would pop on, it would cut my power.
Derate you back.
Man, it felt that at 10,000, I'm going to just say, just for conversation's sake, 10,000 pound load, that they went from feeling like an empty trailer
to a 40,000 pound load.
No, it felt like I was overweight. Because that's something, changing gear, man, I was wore slap out by the time I got down there. Just fighting with that truck. And especially by the time I got off 95, got on 82, 84, going through lights and stuff, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't get here fast enough.
Trying to get rolling again.
Trying to get rolling again and stuff.
Man.
So I got down there and I said, okay. I shut my truck off and I had a load offer coming back up to Statesville. Mind you, I said, just get me the Valdosta. That's all I need. Just don't put me on side of the road.
Right, because they have a shop down there. Well, I know a lot of like terminals and things like that has a shop that you can get stuff worked on.
Well, this one don't.
Oh,
this particular one didn't have a shop. So that Saturday morning, I said, okay, you know what? This load that I got, grab it. If I can get back to North Carolina with it, well, I'll be okay. I remember I had talked to my wife. I told her, I said, hey, truck's acting up, and I hear in her voice, which I can say this right here, I just got to throw this in there. You have to have a spouse that is understanding. I mean, with the industry, you got to have one that's understanding altogether. But when it comes to an owner operator, you got to have one that is very, very understanding. And I can honestly say that Michelle has been very understanding. You trying to
get some brownie points on here or something?
I don't need no brownie points. I ain't been no brownie. I ain't trying to get no brownie points. I just, if I'm going to order car parts, I'm going to just order. I just
you ask forgiveness later.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't even ask that. I'll just be kind of like, all right, maybe if I can catch that joker before he get to the door. Like,
she ain't got to know.
But no, man. But the thing is, man, she was expecting me to come home or whatnot. And I told her the truck's acting up. And her frustration was, well, dang, you just got the truck out the shop.
Right.
Well,
I mean, hell, that wouldn't be just hers. That'd be anybody's frustration.
Yeah,
the fact that you just got your truck fixed and now here it is broke down again.
Yeah, and I was like, well, hey, I'm going to try to make it back up there. That Saturday morning, man, I cranked that thing. I checked everything out. I couldn't find anything out of the ordinary, man. I cranked that thing up. Mail light, check engine light, 5 active faults. Okay, hey, I'm going to let you warm up. We're going to go grab this load, and we're going to try to ease on back up North Carolina. Show you how fast things turn. I closed that door. I walked from about here to your truck out there to the building.
Okay.
Stepped inside, bought me a sweet tea out of the vending machine.
All right.
I came back out, opened that door up, and made it to the top step. I got to the top step. Stop engine light was up there blinking fast as I don't know what.
Getting ready to shut you down.
Man, I was on the top step. I looked, I said, stop engine. And she shut down right there in the parking space. I said, you got to be kidding me. I looked up down the dash. That's on the gun. Said 8 active faults.
Yeah, you ain't going nowhere.
Man, I said, you've got to be kidding me. So I told them, I started making phone calls, and they were like, man, they said, what codes you got? I was reading off the codes. He said, yeah. He said, man, I got good news and I got bad news. Uh-oh. Good news, you got a Freightliner dealer, 4-star Freightliner, literally about 3 miles from me. Man. Bad news is they don't open back up till 7 o'clock Monday. God dang, you gotta be kidding me. And then here it is, daggone 7:30, 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning. And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. So I couldn't do nothing but just sit there.
That's all you can do is sit and wait.
All I can do is sit there and wait. Not making no money. No rent. And if anything, I'm spending money because I got
getting ready to spend money.
I'm spending money. So
luckily that white truck of yours had APU, didn't it?
No.
I thought it did.
No. My new one has an APU. Okay. The one I got now has an APU. Oh, trust me. It's been we're not gonna go on that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
The truck would run. The truck would run, and I was just like, you know what? It's midsummer. It's hot as crap. The truck got to go in the shop anyway. I might as well be comfortable. I just went ahead and let it run, So first thing Monday morning, here I am. I'm like, okay, 3 miles away. Mind you, I hadn't tried to drive it yet. When all that happened, I was like, okay, sure, run. I'm gonna let it sit right here. Man, Monday morning came up. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and try to make it 4-star. I was like, come on, baby, that's 3 miles. Let's give me 3 miles. I'm talking to other drivers I talked to all over the weekend and stuff. They're like, man, I hope you make it. I hope you make it. little industrial park. Man, I swung around that corner, and I'm looking in the mirror. I got a whole audience here like, dang, that joke ain't gonna make it. I could just feel it. That joke ain't gonna make it. Man, I took off. That son was going revved up and just choked back down. 5 miles an hour. I said, no. No. And then I thought about it. Well, I did tell you just get me to the yard. I can't be mad.
Right. She did what she told you, what you asked her to do.
Yeah, she got me to the yard. So here comes the other bill. Here comes the wrecker. And I don't mind sharing this with you. Those wreckers are not cheap. 3 miles away from Freightliner. That wrecker bill cost me $675.
So you've been to a wrecker twice then?
No, that was that one time.
Yeah, another time too.
When was the other time?
When your steer tire blew.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
So you're trying to bring back painful memories that he had sunk in.
Well, no, that was, but that was that's a good memory because that was the last trip you took with that truck. Then you got a new one.
Yeah, and that right there. And here's another thing on I ain't gonna say everything comes out because I was actually able to file that one with my insurance.
Right.
So all that cost for the damage that got done to the truck from the steer tire blowing, I was able to pay my deductible. Gladly paid that deductible rather than paying all of that out my pocket.
Yeah, because you have body work and all that stuff. I mean, when them steer tires blow, it's gonna tear something up.
Man, it tore. It did.
It didn't mess the fender up, mess the bumper up.
I'm saying I say this just for, not to scare anybody that's thinking about being an owner operator, but just putting it out there. That damage right there did over $6,000 worth of damage to my truck. For
a $300 tire blowing out.
Yep. And the tire was actually good. The tire wasn't even, you looked at it, the sidewall actually blew out on it. The tire had a defect in it and the sidewall blew. And that's what got me. And I had 43,000 pounds in my trailer when it blew. And I was in a work zone. And it was a single lane with Jersey wall on each side with nowhere to go. I had I-20 in Columbia, South Carolina messed up.
Damn, dude.
The wrecker had to go to the end of the work zone and back down through there 5.5 miles to get to my truck. Yeah.
I think that's the one time which I think he's glad the truck is not kept at 5 mile an hour reverse.
Man, look.